Hello teacher, I hope you're doing well. The lesson planning that I'm going to explain to you right now is the Pdp Lesson Planning. So I'm going to start with the first information that we see in the lesson planning, which says class and section, basic English 1 and section B. The book is global and the date in which the class is going to be given is July 18th. The unit 3 and the teacher is Joana Yvette Delgado de Hernandez. And the lesson, in this case, is present progressive. And the practitioner is me, Ariel Ernesto Pleite Valdez. So I'm gonna read the objective for you. And it says that at the end of the class, students will be able to read a text in groups of 4 about the different actions people do in a specific period of time at the moment of living their daily life by using present progressive. For example, I'm eating now. So I'm gonna read the information that is at the left part of the lesson planning, and then I'm gonna explain to you what each activity consists on. So the time is 10 minutes. The materials, a ball, or if we want, or if we don't have a ball, we can use a marker too. It's acceptable. And the whiteboard. So the activity is called schema activation. Its purpose is to introduce the students to the new topic. Okay, I'm gonna read the instructions. The students will go at the middle of the classroom and they will have to make a circle. They will have to throw a ball and say an adjective. That's the dynamic of the activity, to say an adjective in order to make it funnier or more interesting. Because the students are going to be thinking, okay, I have to be ready when I catch the ball, because I don't want to receive the punishment. So we want that interaction between the students. We want somehow those nerves in them. So the fourth step says the students who don't do that in 3 seconds. The students that don't say the adjective in 3 seconds will have to say one of the sentences that will be written on the whiteboard. All of them are going to be in present progressive, but with another tone of voice in order to make it funny. So, for example, if the sentence says, I'm running right now, the student is going to say it with another tone of voice. For example,
oh, I'm running right now.
And the other students are going to laugh. For sure that they are going to laugh. And this is going to create an environment that will make them learn a little bit better. So, or this is going to make them wake up somehow, because they are kind of sleepy at the moment of starting a new class. So this is the objective of this activity, and at the same time to introduce the topic. So the other activity has 10 minutes, and the materials are paper and pencil or pen. So it is called vocabulary presentation. Its purpose is to present the key words or terms that will be used in that topic. So the students will have to get in pairs. They will be given some pages that will contain some information, and they will have to match the sentence from the left side with the adverbs of time. Yeah, because it's really important, the adverbs of time. For example, right now, now, today, and so on. And the morning, yes. Okay, and what else? Okay, with the adverbs of time from the right side. Then the teacher will ask for some students' participation, because this is really important. If this wasn't like that, the students would not do the activity. 1 student per each example. And the other activity, time, 10 minutes. The materials, paper and pen or pencil. And it's called gist. Okay, this activity has a kind of characteristic, which is that the students are going to try to guess something about the topic. So this is mostly guessing something. And we're gonna find it out in the, let me see, in the fourth step. But I'm gonna start since the beginning. The students will have to go at the middle of the classroom and they will have to get in trios. They will be given some pages with some sentences with blank spaces. Then they will have to try to guess what they will have to write on those blank spaces. I'm sorry. Then the teacher will be monitoring if they are working on that. That's really important. The teacher is always going to be monitoring. The sixth step says, then the teacher will write a number and he or she will ask his or her students say a number. The student that says the number that the teacher has will have to say the possible answers. So this is going to be done in order to not to have a victim. So because that's bad and the students feel uncomfortable if they are chosen. And the last step for this activity, this will be repeated with some more students. Okay, we're gonna pass to the other stage, which is called doing. Okay, I forgot to say that the first stage is called pre-task. No, pre-stage, and this is doing. I was saying pre-task like if this was let me see, I don't remember exactly, but I saw that in other subject. But this is doing. So I got nervous. I don't want to record this again. So I want to fix this. Okay, when I say pre, it means that we are preparing the information or preparing the students in order to understand the information that is going to be given in this stage, which is doing. Okay, the time for the first activity, 15 minutes. The materials, CD player, paper and pencil. The activity can be listening or reading. 1. The purpose, to prepare the students for the most specific information. Okay, in here we as teachers are going to prepare the students for understanding the information, as I was telling you. Okay, the first step, the students will have to listen an audio. They will have to write the sentences that have relation with present progressive. This is an exercise in which they are going to pay attention because the audio is going to be played again. It means twice. Then the students will have to make mention about the number of sentences they could write. So for that reason they have to pay attention, because after that, at the end of the activity, the students, some students are going to have to say what they remembered or what they wrote, because if they want, they can write. They can write. I'm sorry. So the other activity, time 10 minutes. Material, paper and pencil. Listening, reading 2. The purpose, to make students know a little bit more the information of the topic. So the first step is the students will be given some pieces of paper. They will have to read and underline the sentences that are in present progressive. But here there is a but. There is a problem. Some of them are wrongly written. Their task will be to fix those wrong sentences. Then they will participate saying the sentences they fixed. Okay, there are going to be some sentences, but there are going to be some mistakes. Why are there mistakes in this activity? Because they have to know, they already have to know that, or they already have to identify which mistakes those sentences have. Okay, and as I said, they are going to have to say the sentences that they already fixed. Okay, the last activity for this one, because as you said, teacher, we're just going to develop 3 activities, because in the lesson planning there were 4, but I guess that they are too much. So, too many, I mean. Okay, the third activity. The time, 10 minutes. Material, paper, CD player, or cell phone, because both ones, CD player or cell phone, can be useful, because this is going to be used for playing music or a song. So, listening, reading 3. Purpose, to get as wet as students can with the information of the topic. So, this is the activity in which students are going to reach the highest knowledge of the topic, because we have to remember that the other activity is going to be the one in which they are going to apply, but I'm sorry, I don't want to explain that yet. I'm going to explain this activity, the third one of the during stage. So the instructions, I'm sorry, I always forget to say the instructions. Okay, the first step, the students will have to get in pairs depending on the color of their shirts or blouses. Then they will be given some pages with some sentences. Then the teacher will play an audio and the students will have to decide which of the 3 possible choices the correct one is. These will be multiple choices questions. The fourth step. The activity will finish when the audio has ended. Then, at the end, the teacher will choose some numbers from the attendance, and the volunteers will read the correct answer. And if it is incorrect, the teacher will say which the solution is. Friendly, of course. We have to remember that we always have to be friendly with the students, even if they are incorrect in the answers, I mean. Because we don't have to kill their motivation. We have to be... we have to make them feel comfortable. We have to be not their friend, because this will be kind of difficult to control in some moments, because they have to feel that we are the leaders. But that doesn't mean that they are not going to take the responsibility in some times, because they are the protagonists most of the times. We as teachers are just the facilitators. So, the last activity, or the last stage, post. Okay, the time, 25 minutes. And the materials, just paper. Okay, the purpose of the activity, to make the students feel free to use the topic as they want. So, over here, what I said has something, or has been verified, if I can call it like that. Or this thing, the purpose, what the purpose says, gives me the reason about what I said some minutes ago, some seconds ago. Because the students are going to feel free to use the topic as they want. Of course, if they are doing it correct. Okay, I hadn't seen the time. The students will have to make groups of 4. The students will have to read the text of the different actions people do in their daily life. And when, I'm sorry, I guess that I can fix it. When they will have, what they will have to do is the following. They will have to dramatize the actions without saying anything. Then the classmates will have to try to guess what the members of that group are trying to communicate through their mimics. Depending on the time, all the groups will participate, or they won't. Okay, I guess this is clear, and thank you so much.